seen from any place. Okay. So, the question arises from all of us. What's the question? Are your mind or brain fully awakened, or you are still sleepwalking? They say that people awake for their consciousness, for understanding of the world, or serendipity comes later at different ages. Maybe for those artistically gifted children it comes earlier, but in general it comes later on, and the reason might be quite different. The reason of the following happenings I'm going to speak about was rather that it was rather dull at school, or at least it seemed to us. It was so dull at school, and nobody cared for our personalities, which certainly irritated us. And mostly the reason of our changing of our attitude to school was that that our teacher was the one that first of all proved to be absolutely unfair, and maybe to some extent she was irrelevant as a teacher. This creature or sculpture reminds me of this lady. She was the same origin, same brown complexion, wide set eyes, protruded teeth, and the same haircut. She looked that way. And being very romantic and well read at that time when we were 14, we plotted narrow escape from school one day. It was lust for revenge, lust for freedom. And the following thing just sounded in our ears: just wait, we'll show you. You deserved it. And the whole idea came to us as an emotional explosion. So, at the appointed morning, we came in the schoolyard, and our heroic boys asked us to remain outside. They rushed to the school, to the 4th floor, and through the wide open window, they moved slowly like ants along the very, very narrow ledge to the nearest water tube. Just imagine, they were descending, just to show their attitude to this very date. You never guessed what date it happened to be. It's just a coincidence, nothing more. It was the 12th of April. And we decided to commemorate this heroic date together with the revenge of our teachers, so we escaped. Where do you think? Certainly to the Red Square. And I still remember smiling faces, dances, flowers. It was a feeling of profound freedom. And we couldn't help feeling coherence with all those present in this very square. And it was real freedom. And so our minds became free, easygoing. Then we forgot absolutely about the consequences. For us, it didn't matter at all what may happen. The very next day, administration of our school forced all the parents coming to this emergency meeting. And what happened next reminded of the third-degree interrogation than just a meeting. It was an execution, because what they did, just imagine, it was their sadistic pleasure to torture us all. They invited every boy, one by one, to the class, parents sitting like you are sitting now, and each of them were asked one and the same question. Who was the organizer? Ask me another, was the answer. I don't know. The next question. Who was in front of you when you were descending? Everybody was the answer. And do you realize that you are guilty? No. The next boy coming was asked the same question. And so there were 14 boys who were asked one and the same question. But to tell you the truth, I'm so proud of that. There was no betrayal at all. Nobody let them know who was really the organizer. No repentance at all. And to tell you the truth, this event only cemented our friendship. It was the time when our brain was awakened for further enlightenment, further getting knowledge and see this world in its reality. But as you know, in every group of people, there is also a freak. And we happened to have this one as well in our class. There was one girl who refused point blank to leave school. And you may imagine what was her nickname afterwards. A traitor, certainly. And we were not on speaking terms for a lot of time after that. But it was the time of our fully awakening of our brains. And how I can I need a sticker. Here it is. The idea that it was absolutely clear to us. It was the idea of serendipity which came later on to us when we became grown up. That rewards one related to the risks taken.